All right, I'm gonna redo my YouTube series thing. I missed a week, I think a week, maybe 2 weeks. I got COVID and it was really bad. And I mean, not really bad. I just couldn't talk. Like, you wouldn't understand a word I was saying. My voice is still kind of raspy from it, not from coughing, it was like laryngitis. I don't know. It seems to be happening to a lot of people. I had it pretty bad though, so I couldn't really come on here and talk to you guys. So I think last time we talked about why we started our business, like the story of our business, that we basically wanted backpacks that would be cute and also function, that would have like the hydration option and some other things that we thought that would make your park visits better and easier. And the name that we chose, I'll talk about that, like why we chose that name, what it means to us. So Designer Park Company is not a name because we want people to think we are a designer, like we're designer brand. I mean, maybe one day we'll be known as a designer brand, but not today. We don't expect that. We don't have that like air of luxury or whatever about us. We just wanted people to know that we were designing for the parks. So, and we say the parks, we mean any park. So, a national park, any theme park, things like that. Going to the park with your kids, even just a place where you need to take your water bottle with you. Any place you need to take water with you because it's hot and you want to stay hydrated, but you don't want to carry it around in your hand all day, and you want to be able to easily hydrate yourself. We also think these bags would be really great, or our products, we're also kind of designing them to go well on excursions that you would take off of a cruise ship. So we're going to be kind of branching out marketing that way. But we wanted the name to represent parks because that was what we were designing our product for. And it was something we really couldn't find anywhere else. There were some really great bags out there that are, great bags, but there were some functions that we thought our bag could perform and produce and give to people that we weren't finding anywhere else. And I knew that if it was something I needed and something I wanted, that there were other people that probably felt the same way too. So we added a lot of functions that would help you customize your bag and make your day better, but also something that you could pare down and take everything off of and use as a regular bag. It wouldn't look like Disney or Universal or whatever at all, really. Something pretty simple. So we called it designer just because we're designing for the parks. I wanted to call it Park Design Company, but that name was taken. And so we changed it. We just flipped it to Designer Park Company. And everything like our website, our Instagram handle or whatever, they're all they all are Designer Park Co. because company is really long to write out. The whole name is pretty long, so we kind of shortened it to Co. So our website's designerparkco.com. Even though we are Designer Park Company as a name, if that makes any sense. So I presented a bunch of names to my husband. It was I was more invested in starting this business than he was originally. I think that I tend to run into life, like run into a hurricane, and he's a lot more cautious than I am. And I pretty much see something that I think needs to happen, and I am just like, that's what we need to do. So he had a lot more reservations about the things that we were doing than I did. So, and still does. We just run on two different planes. We're just different directions. So I started presenting him with a bunch of names, and it seemed like every name and every like logo that we came up with, he did not like. And that's fine. You have to kind of go through a lot of things like that before you can find the one that you like. And we still might change the name in the future. We might change the logo in the future. But for right now, that's where we are. We thought it kind of solidified what we're trying to achieve, which is bringing bags to the parks for people. Because when you go to, like, say, Disneyland or Disney World, that is sometimes a once in a lifetime vacation. And it's something that, I'm sorry, my cat just jumped up here and found a plastic bag. See my ears and stuff. But so it's kind of like a massive trip. It costs a lot of money. You're going to be walking a lot. It's kind of stressful sometimes with the family. And so something that can make your life better and easier, I just think is so essential. And so we created our products with that in mind, to really help people and families have the best trip that they could have, just with having the right kinds of functions. because literally so many people I think get dehydrated and don't know it. And then they get a headache, and then they get irritable, and then they're hungry when they don't need to be. And then they're, you start to really get angry with each other, and it's just not a fun time. So I think if we could minimize that, it would just help everybody. Also, I just like to sometimes take a hike or a walk, and I don't want to look like I'm hiking or walking. I want to look cute, and there just is nothing out there. And I hate camelback bladders. I will say it. I hate them. And when I found this kit that allowed you to take a water bottle and turn that into your bladder, I was like, oh my gosh, the world is going to be changed by this. And so I kind of forced and pushed the issue that we create this company. And then my husband liked the name, and then we just kind of went with it. So anyway, the goal, the vision is to bring these backpacks I want to take them to the whole world. I want to take them to all the parks that Disney has throughout the world. So Hong Kong, Tokyo, Shanghai, Paris, Disney World, Disneyland, all the places. So I think that we can bring a lot of function and a lot of fashion and a lot of fun to your park day. And so we're really excited about that, but that's the name. Next week, we're going to talk the next video, I'm going to talk more about the manufacturing side, the design side. So figuring out what the design would be like and going back and forth with the manufacturer and the kinds of things that they ask for, the kind of things you want to look for in a manufacturer. So that one should be a little bit more interesting, but that's just who we are. We're Designer Park Co. You can find us on Instagram at Designer Park Co. and our website, designerparkco.com. And then we're on TikTok, but I don't really do anything on there. But yeah, so that's us. Shoot me a message, DM me, whatever. Ask me any questions you got. You can find some other videos there about what our product's about. We're developing a couple more products right now. We have some patterns coming out. We have some collabs we're doing with some other companies, which should be really exciting. So that's coming up soon. And that's it. So, all right, we'll see you next week.